Overwatch release is overall a smooth experience, and there are no reports of people being unable to connect. There isn't even a day one patch. We haven't seen a launch like this where the game just comes out and fucking works in a while, so this is kind of refreshing, especially a multiplayer-focused game. I personally haven't gotten a chance. As you heard JJ and yesterday's episode, I have not gotten Overwatch yet, and that's primarily because I've been holding off on this whole, Oculus situation, but I will soon join the Overwatch crowd, and I will absolutely adore the game because I loved the beta. Now, you've gotten time to play with it. Do you want to talk about it a little bit, JJ? Some of your impressions, what you think?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I've only put about 3 hours or so into the actual game, but that's about 9 matches, I believe. That's how many I've put. And, it's a whole lot fucking more difficult now that it's actually released. But the difficulty comes from not, before it was free because it was a beta, and now the difficulties from all the people who actually bought the game and not all the scrubs who just played it because it was free, And we've won a few. Me and Cody have been playing, and Antonio Leyva, he's in the. Well, actually, they're both in the internet gaming media group. Antonio. I call him Tony because I've known him since we were kids. But
so why'd you call him Antonio?
Because so that everybody else would know who he is.
That's true.
Everybody else calls him Leyva.
Everybody knows the dank memester himself, the Mexican Spaniard hero of the meme lord.
Yeah, he's meme-tastic. Dat boy.
He likes pugs. He's dat boy, dude.
Yeah, he's a pugsy, yeah.
He's a pugsy. I like that.
So Antonio, Tony didn't buy it at first because he spent his money on Total War Warhammer, and we had to convince him to get it. So Cody, also known as James Rodriguez on the Internet Gaming Forum, is that he tells him, "Hey, Tony, why don't you play?" He's like, "Are you sure?" I don't want to take away from you playing because it was release day. And he was like, "No, go ahead, man. I want you to get addicted." So we play 4 matches, and he's fucking addicted. So after that 4th match, we all get up and we go to Walmart. I take him to Walmart, and we get the game. And so now he installed it. And after the podcast is over, I'm gonna go over and we're all gonna play bye.
Oh shit!
Oh, was that too loud?
That was fucking. What happened, dude? You fucking.
I threw my keyboard because I'm done. I want to go play.
Recreated the fucking tsunami in Japan over there. Shit, dude.
Damn.
Fuck, fam. So
this episode was brought to you by Blue Microphone.
Having played, the beta, do you think that, performance, the quality of the maps, the quality of the characters, is that all the same? Does it feel real good? I mean, tell me about what, I know you haven't had a whole lot of time with it, and you're gonna have more, after the show today, but overall, do you think it's going to be a game you're going to be able to really sink your teeth into, or do you think it's going to be just, one of those games that you buy and you play a couple times whenever friends are online?
But that's the wonderful thing about the game. This is, the game is so jump and play that you don't even really need to be so hardcore into it. You could just stop playing for a while, jump back in, and as long as you still knew or understood all the different characters and their weaknesses and strengths, you could still just jump in and play. And that's something that you would get over time, but it's also something you could just read about. And they'll say, okay, so a common strategy is this, or a common weakness is this, or because a lot of people have trouble with Bastion. I found out that if you could just beat Tracer and teleport or get behind him, behind Bastion, he takes critical hits. And especially whenever he's in siege mode, that that turret mode that he goes into that just destroys everybody, he takes critical hits and from the back, and that's just that's the easiest way to take care of him. Just try to hit him in the back, and do not stay in the same spot. If you have to reload, you were there for too long. You have to just keep moving. And I got really good with multiple characters. McCree, which is the mysterious cowboy that I couldn't I couldn't get I forgot his name last episode that we were talking about Overwatch. McCree. Reinhardt, oh my god, Reinhardt's my probably my favorite character now. Hammer, big German guy with a hammer, suit of armor, and a shield. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I would say that the polish, they really balanced out some of the characters again. Diva isn't as overpowered as she used to be because her whenever she's in her mech, her shotgun blasts from the mech were really powerful. So they nerfed the mech's DPS, but they increased her pistol's DPS. So now she can actually kill more people when she's out of her suit. But she's a tank class, so her whole point is to tank, and her suit has like 800 health. So they obviously they had to release new maps, and all of the maps are so gorgeous, and I mean they're memorable. I just can't remember the names because I have spent such few times with it. Rememberable because I want to redo this whole episode.
God.
So all the maps are memorable. I haven't I don't remember the names, but each time I load into the map, I'm like, oh, okay, there's a choke point here. There's a place you can pull them in with Roadhog, and if you pull them in at this spot, they'll fall down a hole and they'll die. Or this is a great spot to jump up as Hanzo, and for a snipe spot. Oh my! Speaking of Hanzo, I am trash with him because he doesn't have a zoom in for his bow. So good luck with that. You have to be really good at like arena shooters to be good with him, in my opinion, because whenever you charge up the bow to a full strength, there's no drop in the bow, so it just kind of goes all the way straight to their face. And if you can get that headshot, then that's impressive. I guess there's a lot of impressive people online because they always seem to headshot me.
And I mean, just to kind of go off of what you were saying, I mean, I'm inclined to agree. I mean, you know, having played a small selection of them in the beta of those maps, I mean, Christ, I mean, the level of detail, the level of strategy that you're able to implement, this kind of push and pull kind of, you know, like level design that's just really, really smart. I mean, there's choke points, but at the same time, in those choke points, there are other ways to get involved in the battle that are non-traditional. And that's usually where your team can gain an advantage. If you're able to get if you're able to split your team in two, basically, and have one group kind of push, you know what I mean, like down middle, and then you have this other set of characters, you know, like going up top or going around the side or taking a long way and, you know, flanking from behind. There's so many ways to kind of approach these maps, and they're all open enough that you're able to do that. But at the same time, it's not the same level design. I mean, every single map has its quirk. Every single map has the thing about it that lets you take advantage of something and equally so counter that advantage. And I gotta commend Blizzard when it comes to just sheer balance and sheer thought that went into like a lot of the design. I mean, it's fucking mind-boggling. I mean, that was the reason why I wanted to get the game so bad. It's because I'm so fucking impressed at how much love, how much like desire to be different was put into the game. It's fresh. It feels very fresh.
Yeah, and like you were talking about the small details, probably my favorite Overwatch video right now is from the beta, from Video Game Donkey. I think you've heard of him or watched him. I think the video's called Hey Winston, and like when they're playing, they're in the match El Dorado or just Dorado. The it looks like it's in Mexico. Has like, you know, piñatas everywhere and everything. Like everything looks like a pueblo and stuff like that. And at the spawn point for the attacking team, there's like 3 bells at the top. And in this video, he recreates the Futurama theme with those 3 bells.
Oh shit!
Yeah, dun 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. And yeah, it was like I was like, whoa, that's fucking awesome. And I tried to recreate it, and you can, and I was really happy.
That's
And
awesome.
Genji, he can throw his shurikens either three at a time in a straight line, or as straight as it can be. Because if you're anyway, or you can throw it in a three shuriken spread. So I wanted to see if I could hit all three bells, and I moved far, far back all the way to the edge of the spawn point, and I threw the fan, and I hit all three of them. I was like, yes! And I was just like, what was the point of that? I didn't care. It was just really fun to do it, to try it.
Another thing that I actually thought was kind of cool, Blizzard has been kind of notorious about not letting you change your name, and because of the launch of Overwatch, they're actually letting
That's
you
right.
now change your name, an additional name change, right?
Yeah, so whenever you first make your account, you have one name change by default. But if you've already used that for whatever reason, they've given everyone another name change with the release of Overwatch. And the last time they did this was during an expansion for D3, I believe. So it's kind of rare, but not overly rare. So Roger, you might want to change your name from Watchmake to something else.
Watchmaker.
The Watchmake.
No, dude, Watchmaker.
No, but that's your name on BattleNet right now. It's Watchmake.
It's Watchmake.
Yeah.
I thought it was the Watchmake. Um,
Yeah,
but
you didn't have enough room for the R.
But yeah, I mean, it makes sense because I think a lot of people don't realize that in the way that Steam, you get unlimited name changes. You could, name yourself whatever the fuck you want. Blizzard,
Even you play.
yeah, I mean, for the exception of maybe like PS4, it's a very console type thing to have. I don't understand the purpose for it, but it does exist, and I think if you weren't prepared for it and you changed your name kind of haphazardly, or you fucked up and you named yourself something stupid, or you just really just want to change your name again and you had already changed it in the past. Because of the game, I think that's going to draw a lot of new players, and I think those new players may make that mistake. So giving them that additional name change is kind of really like there's a lot of foresight in that. Because you better believe that their forums would probably get blown up like day 1, day 2 after the game's launch. Just saying, yeah, I can't change my name and my name's stupid. I did it on accident. Like, I don't know what the fuck. You know what I mean? I think they wanted to avoid that. And I think giving a free name change, it's a small thing, but it's just one of those things that reminds you, even though they're not showing it so much because a lot of the World of Warcraft kind of bullshit Blizzard is going through, it kind of just reminds you. Blizzard kind of cares. They care enough, that it's like we're going to give you a good gaming experience at the same time. We're going to give you what you want. You vote. You decide. You do our alpha. You do our beta. You do our 7 betas. You do our 7 alpha, builds, and you decide how the game shapes. So for that, I mean, there's not very many companies that do that, so you just got to kind of give Blizzard the tip of the hat there.
How did you like the sound design from Overwatch? I think it was pretty good and like accurate with being able to pinpoint people.
I would say so. I didn't have a whole lot of I mean, it's very hectic, so in that sense, it's naturally going to be kind of hard to pinpoint stuff. But
That's true.
I never had too much of a hard time with that, at least from what I remember.
Well, there's this setting under the audio settings. It's like they kind of marketed it and stuff like that. It's not something you buy. It's called Atmos digital, or like I think it's just called Atmos, and like basically it's a 5.1/7.1 surround sound like equivalent, except it's a lot better than those two, because I've tried to use 5.1 or 7.1 surround sound with regular headphones, and it doesn't always sound the best even if you have really awesome headphones. So I saw Atmos in there, and I was like, oh, what is this? And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, well, that sounds interesting. So I played one match, or like I played the attacking round with Atmos off, then I played the defending round with Atmos on, and the difference was, oh my god! Like you can know when it's your friends or the enemies because of the footsteps. Like I didn't realize that each person had a different sounding footstep. Like Tracer has like a quick little pitter patter, and Widowmaker has like high heel boots stomping on the ground. Obviously, Winston the gorilla he sounds like a fucking train coming by. And I heard like little sandals coming around or something, like flip flops hitting the ground. And I was like, wait a minute, we don't have a Hanzo in our team. So I turned around and sure enough, it was the enemy's Hanzo, but I was Reinhardt, and I kite the fuck out of him. So yeah, and I was just really impressed because I mean the headphones I was using they're like I forgot what they are, but they're like $80 headphones, and they're not the best of the best. They're like entry level audio enthusiasts, or like what the fuck, audiophiles. They're entry level audiophile headphones, and I was like, this works for me. So yeah, whenever you buy the game, Roger, I suggest that you try out Atmos, or like try it without and then with, and I want you to tell me what you think, since you're actually in the music business, and sound design is a huge part of your job.
Yeah, dude, I'll definitely check that out. That seems pretty cool.
Woo. I like it.
All right, guys, I hope you had an absolutely excellent time listening to the show. I know we weren't able to get to the E3 2016 topic. You have to understand, I have not slept whatsoever. I am so dead tired. So it's been real hard to kind
2 hours.
This guy. Hey, 2 hours is better than none.
Yeah.
I've been trying to kind of like, keep myself enthusiastic, keep myself going. I got to admit, I'm stressed. I'm tired. I'm groggy. All that kind of bullshit. So,
I can hear it.
Baby, don't. So, the E3 2016 topic, either you're going to be hearing that tomorrow and it'll be a part of this episode, or it'll be the very first topic of next week's show. Either way, that's probably going to be a tomorrow episode, so don't fret too much. I burp it. Anyway, like I said, I hope you had an absolutely excellent time. If you want to join in on the conversation, get your voice heard on the show, ask us some questions, man. Anything that's on your mind, anything that you want a second opinion about, anything you want to rant about. What games do you hate? What games do you like? What makes you mad? What makes you fucking happy as hell? Talk about it on the forum. Head on over to Facebook, request access into the Interact Gaming Media Group. I will personally let you in myself, and we can interact. So, me and JJ, we will see you the next time we interact.